Alright y'all, so let's talk about some of the silly things that have been happening this week. It's been a minute since I made a video for real. Let's go!
Butch Queens, coming through, we making niggas switch teams. I'm feeling really pussy, got that shit in my jeans.
Alright, now before we get into it, if you hear occasionally, right, a high-pitched sound in this video, probably won't be too loud. It's because one of these birds that have, I don't know if they drink fucking Red Bull, they already got wings. So I don't know why they would need to be drinking some shit to give them wings, but one of these birds is up off of some fucking Red Bull or something stronger because, I mean, this whole entire morning I've been hearing her dumb ass. So if you hear, she run outside the window, bitch. If you hear her ass, I don't know what to tell you. It's not my motherfucking fault. That bitch that bitch has not stopped fucking chirping, girl. And I'd be ready to jump out onto that tree, bitch. I can't even see that hoe. I can't even see that bitch, and I'm ready to shake a tree, bitch. Get her ass off the branches. Anyway, the song that you just heard in the intro is called Butch Queens, and that is off of my latest EP that I released for my birthday called Coochie Cutters. There are 3 songs on it. Make sure that you check the link in my description box and get your life. Download the album, download the EP, stream the EP, play it in a car, play it at the park. You know I always have to give y'all something on my birthday, so that's what it was. Check it out. So yeah, like I said, had a crazy birthday. It was wonderful. I took the entire week to just chill, and now I'm back. All right, so let's just talk here. Because I don't know what the hell y'all got going on at these airports and on these planes and stuff. I recently saw a video about, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm just now remembering this. I recently saw a video of some man having a meltdown because a baby was crying on the plane for 45 minutes. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like, y'all, I mean, he was like really cussing. They were telling him to calm his voice down, to lower his voice. And then he ended up saying, like the flight attendants, and he ended up saying lower that baby's voice. It was really bad.
With a baby in a goddamn echo chamber, and you want to talk to me about being fucking okay?
Okay, because you're yelling.
So is the baby! Okay. Lower that baby's voice.
He's refusing to get off the plane, so now we're all getting deplaned.
Sitting on this motherfucking flight with a kid crying for 45 minutes. It wasn't crying for 45 minutes. Bullshit.
And I'm like, I get it, girl, but the air pressure, heck, y'all never flew when y'all was young. That air pressure fucked the hell out of your ears. You see what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, we want to make sure, you know, the baby's needs are taken care of, but sometimes there's some things that you cannot control, and that sucks, but it's like, damn, I don't know. Either way, y'all need to stop acting crazy as hell in these airports. That's all I'm gonna say. That it's just like you're fighting on the plane. You're fighting on a plane. It has to be something really serious for me to be put on a no-fly list. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, what? I'm sorry. I saw this walk. I saw this walk online. I'm just like, this is so iconic. This is so iconic. This right here is me escorting Tucker Carlson's career off of Fox News. I'm gonna do a separate video on that because there's just way too much to talk about with Mr. Tucker. Way too much to talk about with Mr. Tucker Trash saying. But speaking of somebody else who be on the news, Don Lemon has apparently been fired by CNN. Now, this has, according to Don, come as a surprise because in his response to this, part of it says this: after 17 years at CNN, I would have thought that someone in management would have had the decency to tell me directly. At no time was I ever given any indication that I would not be able to continue to do the work I have loved at the network. So they just gave Don Lemon's ass the axe. Now, we'll talk a little bit more about that, but Rick Ross, I have to, this is so stupid. I hate that I'm laughing so much at this shit. But Rick Ross gonna offer Don Lemon a job at Wingstop.
Just found out Don Lemon was terminated from CNN. Damn, Don. But guess what? The brothers got your back. We hiring it at Wingstop. And for some reason, I believe you know what you're doing with them lemon pepper wings. So man, just send over your resume. Well, it was 17 years. But I'm gonna make sure I get you in front of the right grill, brother. Stay solid, brother. Just came up with a wonderful idea. Well, really, Don, you helped me come up with this, but I need to hit the team over at Rapstar Energy Drink and let them know we should introduce the Don Lemon flavor. What y'all think? What y'all think? Hey, Don, I'm gonna bust it. Hey, we got you, brother. Don Lemon.
Rick Ross gonna say, I know you, obviously because of Don's last name, he gonna say, I know you gonna do your thing with the lemon pepper wings. The shit was funny. He said, damn, Don, I hate it. I hate it. I feel like there have been a lot of there's been a lot of news swirling around about Don Lemon recently, because remember before, I think this come from NBC on February 16th, when, like, on the show, the host discussed Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley's call for mental competency tests for politicians over 75 and term limits in Congress. Don Lemon apparently suggested that Haley, 51, was no longer in her prime. He added, a woman is considered to be in her prime in her 20s and 30s and maybe 40s. Then Variety did this piece on him basically saying that he was this, at work, he was this misogynist and that he was acting like a diva or whatever. Don Lemon has said that those are just false or whatever. But then apparently some reporting from New York Times kind of suggested that this talk that Don Lemon had with Vivek Ramaswami might have also contributed a lot to why he was let go. But Vivek Ramaswamy was over here saying shit like black people secured their freedoms after the Civil War. It is a historical fact, Don Lemon, just look it up, just study it. Only after their Second Amendment rights were secure. So he was on there saying, he's a GOP presidential candidate going on there saying that black people only got their rights secured after their Second Amendment rights were secured. I'm just like, first of all, their rights were, and that's what Don was saying, like, first of all, our rights were not secured after this, after the Civil War. That's why the Civil Rights Movement even happened in the first place. And then for Vivek to sit there and act like when black people pick up guns, that the government don't want to, suddenly they know how to make gun laws stricter. I mean, the whole Black Panther thing, like, Vivek was over here trying to preach to Don Lemon about blackness or the black experience or black rights in the US, and it was ridiculous. Don Lemon pushed back against it, and like I said, some reporting from New York Times is saying that, oh, well, maybe this had a lot to do with why he was let go. It was just a lot of drama going on when it comes to these news stations. Like I said, I'm doing a whole separate video on Tucker Carlson because we have to drag his ass. Like, I'm sorry. We have to drag his ass. But yeah, Don, I don't know, Rick Ross done said that you could come by and fill out an application. That's so shady, that's so ridiculous. Why Rick Ross got up there and said that shit? Why would Rick Ross get up there and say that shit? I mean, it's the most random person. I would never have expected Rick Ross to make no kind of comment about Don Lemon losing his time. Everybody get out my face. Everybody get out my face. So let's check out Ron DeSantis' weird ass. So apparently on CNN, Ron DeSantis was confronted with this kind of statement or question saying basically that, hey, Trump is ahead of you in the polls. What do you have to say about that? And this is what he had to say.
I'm not a candidate, so we'll see if and when that changes.
I'm not a candidate. Right, you're also not a person with basic human empathy either, girl. Like, okay, I'm not a candidate. Girl, and we all know all y'all hoes want the Iron Throne. It's so pathetic to see y'all. It's so pathetic. Oh my God. And we know all y'all want the Iron Throne. So all this like, oh, well, maybe I am, maybe I'm not, girl. We already see what you're doing. We see what it's so, oh my gosh, get him out of my face. And then he's over here meeting with the Japanese Prime Minister for what? For what? Fueling the buzz. He's meeting with the Japanese Prime Minister, fueling the buzz of a 2024 run. So not only do we have Donald Trump's airhead, I mean, whoopee cushion in the forehead built ass running for fucking president. We got Ron DeSantis ass acting like he don't want to run for fucking president. Like, girl, okay, all I got to do to scare Ron DeSantis scarecrow looking ass is show him a book with an LGBT character in there. All of a sudden he gonna melt the fuck away. Get his ass out my face. So we got those two motherfuckers running for president. We got Vivek ass GOP presidential candidate. Then we got Joe Biden. Joe Biden said, hey, guess what? He released this official announcement saying that he was going to be running for president yet again. And the first, I think one of the first words that start off his video announcement was freedom. Freedom, freedom. And I'm just like, we really do live in different countries based off of who you are. Because I'm looking around here, he was like, personal freedom is just so important. I'm looking around at our society, I'm just like, what? And even the kinds of shit that Joe Biden has done, is doing his administration is doing. Bitch, this shit look like America as usual. Freedom for certain people. Freedom for certain people, and a lot of people think that just because this man is a Democrat that you shouldn't say this shit, or you shouldn't act like you're not thrilled that any of these bitches are running for president, or even that the office of the president exists in the first place. Like, girl, that's getting way too deep into shit. But you know what I mean? Like, I am not thrilled about any of these hoes running for president. Joe Biden might be able to get me to stop making videos about him for one day. If he forgives student loans, then I'm gonna go back to dragging that pineapple shaped head ass motherfucker with them tumbleweeds on top. I'm going to do it. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us, and like, both sides of the aisle continue to prove that every damn day I wake up. Get out my face. Get out my face. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about, because I can go on and on. Y'all already know how my mouth works. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you check out the links in my description box, my Patreon, my music, all that stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.